Right. So, hello everyone. Welcome to ours third, uh, the third, technically third. First one was introduction. Yeah. Welcome to our third session for GAMPRG2. Sorry wala ako nung last week, no? Uh, but you for the due dates, I still have yet to move it, so please don't worry too much about it. We'll move it lang back for like a week. Since nawala ako for a week. So I'm gonna move it back. But yeah, uh, today we'll be talking about event dispatchers in C++ and creating colliders because those two are kind of related. Uh, and there's a special way in implementing those. Right. So before we start, is there any questions from our last meeting, or do you have like a general question about C++ in Unreal that you may want to ask? None. Okay. Sige. So, if you do have a question, feel free to just message here, message me, or reply to it naman. Okay? So, sige, let's get started. So, siguro naman you guys know, remember how to create event dispatchers, no? But to show you guys naman, in Unreal, creating an event dispatcher is from down here, no? So you create an event dispatcher, you can name it on death. So this is one of the event dispatchers, if I recall, for endless runner, right? So remember with event dispatchers, you can go call, you can unbind, you can assign, etc. So like when you call, this will trigger on death, and whoever is bound to it will um be called. So like back then, if you remember, you bound this in game mode so that each time on that is called in the game mode, it will, if I recall, restart the game. Yeah, it will restart the game because this is called here when the player dies, and this will since this is bound to the player, it will restart the game. So that was how it was implemented, and it's still the same thing in C++, but it's a little bit weird. So to do that, let's go to the C++ for demo. Which one is demo character? Yeah, so let me just, so again, remember, this is just loading stuff, but I can work naman while it's still loading. So in order for you to create a event dispatcher, in here, remember you had to declare like what types of inputs it has, all right? Sorry, let me go back here again. What types of input, no? Like, where is that? Here. Like, should it have Boolean or should it have maybe a float or maybe two kinds of inputs so that when this is called, it will include this data. So that's how it was done for Event Dispatcher. Same thing here, but you have to start creating it up here outside of the class itself. You would have to do. a macro called declare underscore dynamic underscore multicast underscore delegate. So this is a macro. It will create first the kind of event dispatcher. You're gonna have to put in the name of it. You're gonna have to put in the data that you want to include, that you want, type of data, sorry, that you want to include when this event dispatcher is called. So if you notice a while ago, it showed multiple uh declare dynamic multicast delegate. Declare dynamic multicast delegate. I'm just gonna type it along. There's one called one param. There's something called two params, and then etc. etc. You have three params. So there's that. Uh this is so that you have to choose how many params do you have, how many inputs do you have. So you have to specify. It can't just be a dynamic delegate and then rectangle. You have to declare how many parameters it has. If it has no parameters, then it's just declare dynamic multicast delegate. But if it does have a parameter, you have to specify. In this case, maybe it's called one param. Then IntelliSense will show you this: a delegate name, param1 type, param1 name. So delegate name, it will be the name for the delegate when you try to include it here. So iba pa yan. Here we're just declaring that there's a quote unquote event dispatcher called this. And then we're gonna include it here pa. So here you can read about here this one, but there's some rules to it. One is when naming it, it has to start with F. The prefix for F, right? Uh, untemplated class, if I recall. Wala siyang template. Yeah. F, and then let's give it a name, maybe on death. So there's no quotation, there's no double quotes. It's just it's this on death. Then the next one is the parameter one type. So the type, it can be anything. It can be a class, it can be a a float, boolean, etc. So in this case, I will say int 32. And then this would be the name of the parameter. This one, you can make it to anything one. You know, it doesn't have to be, there's no prefix for it. So we can be like, uh, def, no, points, right? So you see here, there's no background task running, but it says here, it's like there's a red. Just making sure. Yeah, it's just gonna be red lang here. Wait lang. Trying to remember if there's something, if we're missing something here. Yeah, I think that's correct. So we declared this one. Now we're gonna use it, or at least we're gonna at least include it into our uh, demo character. So I'll be like F on death, and then the name of the event dispatcher on death. Now, if you're getting paranoid because it's still red, and this is not doing anything, we can uh, compile it. We compile it, then we'll see if there's anything wrong. There is nope, there's nothing wrong. Again, there we go. So it compiled. Um, Chances are it's gonna take a while for this to go green. For this to be gone. This one to be green. This one to be green. It may take a while for that to happen, but uh, yeah. But ayun, so green na siya. In-accept na ng intelligence na it is a class. So after this, you have to make sure you you put in new property and blueprint assignable. So with blueprint assignable, you will be able to assign a function to it in blueprint. Now, if you don't want to do that, it's okay. You can just make it blank. But it is important that you still have view property. But to show you guys, let's put here blueprint assignable. Then let's go compile again. Okay, so let's compile. Let's go to our demo character. Then you should be able to find on def there. So we have assign, bind, unbind, all. So what is missing here? What is missing in this? You have assign, you have bind, unbind, unbind. What is missing in this list of options? The call. Yes, correct. So call is missing. So if you want to have call, you just have to put here blueprint callable. Since we added the blueprint callable now, if you compile it, and you should be able to also call it via blueprint here on there. So you have call. Okay. Questions? Questions for just declaring the delegate or the event dispatcher. None. Okay. Let me just double check something here. Did I create a game mode? Game mode. What is this? Is this game mode? Did I create a game mode? Technically not. Oh, sige. Okay lang. So, in order for you to use the event dispatcher, if, like the bind and the call, it's a bit different here in C++. So for now, let's just use demo character. Yeah, actually, I think better if this is public. Uh, Dito na lang. So like in case you want to call it outside of the class. But anyway, on def. In order for you to bind a a a function to the event dispatcher delegate, you have to do on def dot add dynamic. So it's another macro. It doesn't appear in the list of options here. You have add lang, you have eternal add dynamic, but the right one is this one, add dynamic. And then it'll ask for a user object in function name. So user object, that is where the function that you want to bind the the function to. This is it is where what? It is where the class is. Kung saan yung function na gusto mo i-bind on that. So in this case, let's say here in demo character, I'll just say this. Then it's gonna ask for a function name. The function name, um, it's like the pointer or the address to the function. So what kind of function do you need? Since we asked for a parameter of int32, the function that you should be uh, creating should also have a parameter of int32. In this case, let's say um, void def. You can name it anything. No, void def int 30 value int 32 um, points, and then make sure, very important, very important, you have u function. If you miss this, it will not properly be called. Like it won't be called at all. So let me just implement this. Okay. So here, now that we have our function here, we will do ampersand and then the class. In this case, it's a demo character def. So what we did here is on def, we bound a function that is from this class. So if this was done in another class, for example, let's go to our demo actor. Let's have include demo character. If this was done outside, so oh, let's say nag-declare ako ng ano, ng pointer here, right? Pero dito, I'll just do it here. A demo character. It would be like character arrow on def. So let's say this was done here. Let's say I have to also create a pointer, a pointer for this. Put it here. Void test def in 32 points. It will now be this, and then ampersand this class, which is a demo actor and test def. Right now it's red because it's an why. Why is it red? Character. What's happening here? But anyway, I, you know what? Let me just put this here. Para mawala yan. Uh, yeah. The only reason why. Oh no, it's so red. Well, if I was without appropriate operator, hey, I'm correct. Oh, it's pointed to function. Wait lang ah. Okay, hey, demo character. Weird. Let's just try to compile first. Why didn't it work? There is an error. Ooh. Is it because yeah, okay, wait lang. Probably there's a chance that there's also a event dispatcher called on death in Unreal. Let's just try to let's just change the name na lang muna. Let's call it on death player. Oh, it's still. Oh, what's up? Sorry, wait lang ah. Wait, I just want to see why this is not working. What am I missing? I'm missing something here. Hey, demo character. Without appropriate operator. Weird. Very weird. Ah, ah, ay, ay, ay. Sorry. Ah, add dynamic, 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 and then sorry, this, and then uh, a demo actor, and then in this case, what do you put here? Test death, test death. Okay, so yeah, so whatever this function, whatever this class is, or this user object is, that will be where this function should come from. Okay. So if this is if somewhere else, maybe if this is like in static mesh, and then maybe somewhere in static mesh, it'll be like a no u static mesh component, and then somewhere in there. But anyway, yeah. Basta yun. Uh, yeah. Okay. So that's how you add That's how you bind a function. No, if your function does not have the right pointer, sorry, parameter, you'll notice it will go red. Right na tagalin natin to. It will go red because it is not using the um same parameters of the delegate. Because same thing here in Unreal, you're gonna be unable to bind a function that has a different parameter. It will always include it. So same thing. It's required that it will have the same um, input. So yeah, if you add another input here, automatic naglalagay rin siya dito, no? So parehas lang. Same idea. It has to have the same parameter. So in 32, yeah. Points. Okay. So that's how you um bind bind the function to the event dispatcher. Then if you're gonna call it, if you wanna call the on-def player, it'll be called naman on-def player dot broadcast. Now you see here the broadcast has a parameter, and this is the yung nakalagay sa parameter because that is what we were asking for here. So he have to broadcast an N32. That is the data that it will be sending to the ones who is listening to it. So if I said like say 30 um 10, what happened is if I broadcast this, it will be everything that is bound to it will be called. So mangyari, def will be called, and then points will be 10. It's like event dispatches lang. Okay? Um, you know. Uh, yeah. You have any questions or clarification about that part? If you want, I can create like a game mode para um it will kind of look like no, not that pala. Yeah, someone. It will somewhat look like yung ginawa niyo na tiles and the game mode, the one where you bind. No questions? Sige, I'll just show you na lang what it looks like. You will have a game mode. This is demo game mode. Wait lang. Trying to think. Ang gagawin ko sa game mode. Podcast. Wait lang. I'm still thinking. What do you want to do in game mode? If I bind it, how do I want to broadcast it? On start, bind. Yeah, I think that'll Sige. Uh, Let me just create the class a demo actor. So right now it's still doing something. Let's do u property um, edit anywhere. No, not edit anywhere. If you know want to know how to spawn something, right. I didn't teach you guys that one. Yeah. Okay, I have to teach you this one too. Um, it is called the sub class of, and then let's say a demo actor, and then actor. Ah, actor to spawn. You can put class here, or if you want, you can forward declare it up right here. A demo actor, same bananas. So what this is, or there's no class. What this is that um, wait up, trying to remember. Okay, remember how in event dispatch, in sorry, not event dispatches, in the blueprint, where when you want to have a variable and then there's the class itself. So let's say DP demo actor, the class reference. Remember this one? Remember that it shows this now? It will show all the class, all the blueprint classes. That is a BP demo actor class. So if you have a child class of BP demo actor, it will also appear here. So same thing in Unreal. The subclass of it will you want to show the subclasses of a demo actor. For you to spawn. So there's that. Uh, Let me just look where's the begin play. Virtual. Virtual void begin play override. Let me base dot begin. Not base. Super begin play. Okay, let's go spawn. Um, Ano nga bang spawn? Get rogue. Spawn actor. And the class will be um actor to spawn. Sorry, there's no asterisk. Should not be a pointer. Uh, Actor to spawn. I want it in F transform. I want it to spawn in uh that location. Let's do 10, no, 200, 200, 200. That is the transform. And then spawn spawn parameters. It's the one where you know what kind of parameters do you have when you spawn it. Um, Let me just type it out for you. I'll show you guys. F actor spawn parameters. F actor spawn parameters. Spawn params. So spawn params has all of this. If this is familiar to you, there's a reason why. Because it is the um same properties when you try to spawn. Uh, Spawn actor. It is this one right here. Collision handling. Um, is it just collision handling? Where is collision? We have this collision handling. We also have maybe the no fail. Oh, this one's new. Wala to dun sa ano. Wala to dun sa dito. Yeah. So yeah. Maybe if you want to have a collision handling for it, it's equal to this is enum. E spawn collision handling, and then always spawn. Spawn actor, a demo actor. There we go. So let me just put this in a variable, local variable, spawned actor. Okay. Ugh. Uh, what do I want to do here? Why did I do this? Uh, wait. Ah, sorry. Let's go to demo actor. Nawala na yung demo actor. Okay, demo character is still here. So I can do like spawn actor, uh, include a demo actor. Um, Demo. Oh, where did I put it? Is it protected? For now, let's just put it public. Wait, why do I want to do this? Di pala. I don't want to do it pala. What I want to do though is to, to get the character. To get the character. Remember in game mode you can get player character. It has the same thing here also. You should also have this in the game mode. So this is get player. No, it's not get player character. Uh, get player. I am forgetting the function for it. Get wait, controller. Ah, no. There's a there's a special there's an include for it. Include. What is this? Nope, not remembering it. We go to Unreal, C++, get player character. Error. U gameplay statics. And Kismet. Yeah. Kismet gameplay static. Kismet gameplay statics. We now have access to a U Kismet. Okay. U gameplay statics. U gameplay statics get player character. So there's a get player character. And then I want I want demo character. So we have to cast it first. A demo character. character is equal to, we have to include here, include demo character cast to a demo character. So this might be a lot, especially if you haven't tried working trying this out pa. If you haven't tried this spawning, I don't know, the casting part. So what I did here, I wanted to cast a demo. I wanted to cast this one to a demo character, and it'll be here. I think we did that in the controller, pero it's very short lang yun. Anyway, this one is get world and then 0. Okay. So again, remember character on death. If I have something that I want to bind, dynamic, dynamic, sorry, add dynamic. Let's bind the spawned actor and then Elindon. The a demo actor test. Did I delete it? I deleted it. Uh, I just put that new function. Void. No, this should be public. Void test int 32 points. And then for this case, let's go no. Let's go print the message. How do I print the message? Was it get world? No. Was it get world? Message? No, it's not get world. I'm already forgetting how to print messages also. Print message. G engine. G engine. Message. Add on-screen debug message 0. Let's display it for 5 seconds. Color yellow. And the message, hello world. Okay. That's that. Hello world. And then maybe we can put in the points also. Para makita natin. Test death. Okay. All I did here was just I spawned a demo actor and then I got the player character. I bound the test death to the on death player. So here, maybe I just want to broadcast it right away on begin play. So sige, let's try that out first. Compile. Let's go create our blueprint for that. Game mode. Demo game mode. Why do I have two demo game mode? Demo game mode. I still have two. Why? Ocean switch. Wait lang. Okay, whatever. Demo game. I'm gonna hope it's this one. Uh, maybe test demo game mode. Siguro, in order for me to check if it actually is, I'm just gonna make. Ah, no, I do have a way to check if it's right. This one, actor to spawn. I do have it. So this one's the correct one. Let me just set the proper ones here. Demo character and DP demo player controller. Always remember to control save, control shift save also if you want to save all, or else if something explodes, your work is not deleted. Okay, what does it look like? Nothing happened. Nothing happened because we're not using the right game mode. Uh, test game mode. What are you spawning here? This one. D. Why is it D? Uh, wait, wait, let me just check. Demo actor. Okay, so demo actor is here. It should be in 200, 200, 200. Okay. So probably because I kind of messed up on this. Where's that? This one. There's a proper way to to cast this into a string. Do I remember it? String, string. I do not remember it. Text. Yeah, I don't remember it. So let me just remove that na lang muna. Compile. And then play it again. Hello world. There we go. Okay. So what did what happened? Uh remember that on game mode we said we spawn the demo actor and then we bound the test def to the on death player of character. So we bound it lang. We're what it looks like. What this looks like in Blueprint is like where's that? Like spawn actor from class. That class is well, I wasn't able to do blueprint in here. I didn't put here, get the getter setter thing. So let's just do this one here. Uh demo DP demo actor. We got also the player character. We casted it. Cast to BP demo character. We got the on death, bind on death. What are we binding? The create event. We are binding the I did not also make it callable. Um Supposedly it should appear if I did new function blueprint callable. But anyway, we're here already. Be something like this. This is what it looks like in blueprint. What we did was we got the character, we casted it to demo character, we bound on dev player. And that function for on dev player is coming from uh, a bit messy. Always clean your code. So yeah, it looks something like this in Blueprint. We've spawned the demo actor, we got the player character, casted the demo character, bound the function to on dev player. That is the equivalent of what we did here. We spawned the demo actor, we got the player character, we bound the function to on dev player. And remember, in the demo character, we broadcasted it at the start. That's why it appeared. We can we can broadcast it later. Actually, let's do that. Let's broadcast it later. Uh, Let me just compile, and then let me just remove this in here. Let's delay of 3 seconds, and then call on def. So after 3 seconds, hello world. Okay, so that's event dispatchers. Sorry, medyo, medyo dami kong palang ginawa dito sa game mode. Because I kind of forgot. I didn't teach you how to spawn. I also so I had to like kind of steamroll you into this one. And then I'm not sure if I taught you how to cast, nor if I taught you, well, you would have learned by yourself how to get the player character. Yeah. Questions. Any questions or clarification of what we just did? Or violent reaction to what I just did to you guys? None. Ano, checking lang. Sige, while he's typing, um, sir, pwede ba consult mo mamaya? Okay, sure. Yeah, not the question I was looking for, but yeah, sure. Sige, since there's no questions about that, let's go to the next part, um, colliders. So it's almost the same thing. I'll show you why. If we go to, let's say, our actor, let's add a collider to it. Um, New property visible anywhere, and then the class u box collider. So this is a box collider. No, u box component. Sorry. So this is a box collider. Box collider. Then let's go add that one. It should be in components. Box component. Create default sub object u box component. Let's name it box collider. Create default. I probably misspelled this. Create default sub. Oops, I did not misspell it. And then let's attach it to the root. Okay. So remember, remember in Blueprint, in order for you to bind let's say a box, a collider, like a sphere collider, you would do either right click, add event on component hit, or on component begin overlap and overlap, right? That's how you used to do it. Um, in C++, it's a bit more complicated, but I'll show you this one muna. Diba, on component hit, you have all of this hit component, other actor, etc. etc. You also have in component begin overlap, you have overlap component, other actor, other component, um, body index, etc. etc. Same thing. You're gonna have to use the same thing in C++. So let's say box collider on component begin overlap. On component begin overlap, you will see it has an F. F component begin overlap signature. Does that look familiar? The F? Where is that? Where is demo character? Nawaling demo character. Let me remove some of this. F. That doesn't necessarily mean it's already a delegate. But in order for you to check it out, we can go right click, peek definition, or go to definition. You see that definition is in uh, primitive component. You have the F component begin overlap signature. If you go to the definition of this, declare dynamic multicast. Well, that's sparse. But you see that it is also a event dispatcher kind of thing. The whole thing. You have other actor, other comp, other body index from sweep result. Has the same thing. It also has the component hit. The component hit had other actor, other comp, the normal impulse, and hit. So what does this mean? In order for you to bind a a function when this happens, you have to do the same thing like a while ago. You have to also create a function with the similar um, parameters. So on component begin overlap dot add dynamic. Let's say I want here. So how do we get those? Again, how do we get those parameters? Again, to do that again, right click here, go to definition, right click the data type, go to definition. It will show you this whole thing. What you need here is after the third parameter, from here until the end. You need this. Without it, you're not going to be able to bind at all. So demo actor, let's go create that now. That void, that u function. U function void uh on component overlap. You can name it anything. Then we paste what we got. Then make sure you have to delete all the commas of the other every other uh parameter. Okay. Then I will be able to add to bind this function na. So this is ampersand a demo actor on component on component overlap. So now it's working. It took it. So if it was wrong, if your Sorry. If there was something wrong with this, maybe you took the wrong from the wrong delegate, it will not accept it. Ayan. Nag-error siya. Nag-error siya because it is the wrong function. It has to have the right parameters. Okay? So that's how to find out what are the parameters for it. So again, to find the parameters, let's go check another one. Box collider on component hit. Add dynamic. So on component hit, what are the parameters? Right click, go to definition, right click, go to definition. Then we have the delegate. You just have to skip the first three. This is the name. This is the name in the blueprint. And then this is, oh, sorry, not blueprint, but in C++. These are the parameters. So let's go create one. New function void on component hit. We paste the parameters. Again, remove every other commas, and then let's just declare this. And with that, I'll be able to do a demo actor on component hit. Oh, I should not put the same name for it. That's kind of bad to do. On component on hit. On hit. On hit. Okay? Questions for this? I'll show you if it's working or not naman. Questions? Clarification? None? Okay, I'll show you that this works. On overlap, I will do G engine message. Ito naman, key of 1, 3 seconds, F color, yellow. Oops. Let's see. Component overlap. So now you see there's a box collider to our demo character. Let's make it a bit bigger. In the Z, change here. Where's 200 here? I'm spawning it somewhere in here. Ah, sakto on the corner. Okay, so if I try to overlap it, hopefully my settings are right. There, on component overlap. If you want, let's move this a bit here so we can all see. I try to overlap it on component overlap. Ba't nga ba nag-overlap yun? Ah, because the capsule itself, is it a block? Overlap. Overlap. There we go. Okay, questions? Was it clear on how to find the parameters for the for the component overlap or on component hit? So just to reiterate, right click, you can go to definition or peak definition. Both are the same. The peak will just appear like this, and then you can pick the data type, and this should appear. You just have to get everything past the third parameter. Copy it, and then paste it on your uh, function. Important. These are important. Watch as I remove u function. If I remove the u function, I compile it. Oops, compile. All you did was remove u function. You did I break the game? You should not break. Hmm, there we go. You'll see that I am unable to call the component overlap. So it may seem trivial lang, no? The problem is sometimes you forget that's a thing. You're looking like my code is right. You have the on component overlap. You have the add dynamic, and then you're like testing. Hey, I'll put the add on screen the dog message here. You're gonna be like, oh, lumalabas na yung message dito. So why isn't this working? So you're like scratching your head. Maybe the colliders is wrong. Maybe the settings for this is wrong. Maybe I should make it to overlap all or something, something, something. You're thinking all of that. Yung pala, you are missing a simple U function. So this is a common mistake, and uh, usually when students ask me, "Sir, anong mali dito?" and I show this, they're just like dumbfounded about it. Like siguro they spent an hour or something on it. Yung pala, kulang lang ng U function. So please don't forget U function. All right. Any questions or clarification? None? Everything clear? Okay. Sige. If everything is clear, sige nga. Let's check ano. Let's check Big Sky. Big Sky. What are we? GameNet. Ah, sorry, GameNet. GAMPROG. 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 Beta A1. Go to Dropbox. We're gonna change things here. Gonna have to adjust everything by a week. This one. I don't think I can adjust this one. Right. December 11. December 11. Baka. Tingnan natin. What's this? October 16. October 16. What's the 16? 9. Why did. uh, What happened? What happened to just 25? 25. September 25. October 2. October 9. Ah, stupid. October 16. Okay, I think I can move these back by a week. So this is October 2. October 2. This is October 9, 16, 23, 9 p.m. Okay, so that's changed now. Okay, sir, pwede po ba 5 weeks for... No. Ah, ah. Yeah, I should have forgot to, ask them to add 5.4. Well, well, your code, yung C++ code nyo naman, you can always just move it back. You can always just copy it, no? In Copy and paste it in. Actually, you know what? Sure. For now, until before the second project, okay lang. Because all your code naman is in C++. That's what I'll be reading most of the time. So I'll be reading these ones. Yung sa Unreal mismo, the blueprint, there's barely anything eh. Besides the widget. But yeah, pwede naman. For now, just use 5.6. Same code naman yun eh. Pero most of the time, I'm just reading your C++ code. Okay? Any more questions or clarification? None? Sige. So that's there's no any questions. Again, feel free to message me. Uh, you can message here or message me personally, then we can talk about it. Okay? So that's it for today. You guys can go and enjoy the remaining of your night, and I'll be seeing you guys next week. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone, and again, enjoy your night.